All right, let's turn now to today's big news out of California. Governor Gavin Newsom announcing the country's first COVID vaccine mandate for students. NewsNation's Chip Yost from our Los Angeles station KTLA is joining us live tonight. So, Chip, this mandate will go into effect once the FDA fully approves the COVID vaccine for kids.
Yeah, that's right, because, as we know right now, it's only approved for 12 to 15-year-olds under emergency use authorization and not at all for kids under 12. Now, the governor tried to frame this announcement as a predictable announcement, noting that there are already 10 vaccines required of students before they are allowed on campus, such as measles and mumps. Adding a COVID-19 vaccine to that list is just a logical next step, according to the governor. Now, of course, there is going to be a pushback. We are expecting that, but there are some caveats to note that might kind of mute some of that pushback. The biggest caveat being, because this was essentially an executive order from the governor's office putting this regulation into place and not an act of the legislature, they had to provide a personal belief exemption to this requirement. So when it does take effect, you can have a personal belief exemption and say you don't want to take it. That could be strengthened if the legislature gets involved, but right now that's how it stands. Also, because of what we were just talking about, one, the age of the kid who cannot even get the vaccine, and the ones who are under emergency authorization, it will only take effect after full authorization from the FDA of certain age groups. So they're going to phase it in different groups. They're going to start with 7th to 12th graders. So if the FDA gives full authorization to a vaccine for kids in that age group, they would take effect first, and it would only take effect in the next semester. So say it happens in November, it would take effect, if they got full authorization in November, it would take effect January 1st. If they got full authorization, say January, February, it would take effect the next semester, July 1st. So that's how it would work. Then they would move on to the younger kids if they get full authorization for that group. Another big addition to this, too, is right now in California, they do require that teachers and staff either get a vaccine or get tested weekly. However, they're going to strengthen that and basically put the same requirements on teachers and staff that those 7th to 12th graders would get when that first phase goes into effect, whenever that may be. Now, of course, there are some school districts here in California that have already put mandates into place. The governor said this mandate is basically a baseline. It's okay for school districts to go above and beyond what he is requiring, but he hopes this is a baseline that will get more people in those age groups vaccinated. He gave an example, said statewide of all eligible people who are eligible for the vaccine, about 84% have had a first dose, but in the 12 to 17 age group, that number is only about 64%. For now, reporting live, I'm Chip Yost. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Chip, thanks for that. And there would be that personal belief exemption. All right, Chip, thank you.